Hey guys, today I've got a Whirlpool washer and electric dryer. We'll be getting listed up for sale. And this is the fourth load that I've put through this set here. And I always do a video on the last load that I run through, as if you were standing here yourself checking it out. You get to see that everything works perfect. Right now I've got it on the normal cycle, which is a high and low agitation. Got it set to regular, heavy, which this is really going to designate how long the machine agitates before it kicks over into the rinse cycle. Over here we have an extra rinse option that I've got turned off. I've got it set to cool, and of course I've checked to make sure everything on here works perfect. But on this load we're going to max it out with a Super Plus, which has got it set to cool, so both of those water valves are running right now. It is filling up with water. Got a pretty heavy jeans, towels, jackets, t-shirts, that kind of thing in there. As you can see, the inside's nice and clean, ready to go. So what this is going to do is fill all the way up with water. This is a full submersion, so it'll fill all the way up with water. You have the center agitator. That's going to kind of chug along and clean those clothes. This style fills all the way up with water. Center agitator agitates and chugs the clothes along, gets them all clean, drains all the water out. It's going to spin to extract the soapy water. Fills all the way back up for the rinse cycle with fresh water. Then it's going to agitate along and then drain out, and you'll be on to the final spin. That's pretty much how all the cycles work. The center agitator, just a little tip here, if you have something similar, you should be able to spin it freely clockwise and not back the other way. If you can reach in your washer, little tip here, and spin it freely in both directions, your agitator is actually not working correctly. So now what this does is when it's agitating and you've got the lid closed and you can hear it, it creates what I call the agitation kick, and you'll hear it. You can also call it the chugging noise, but I'll show you once it's all the way full what that sounds like. But you wouldn't hear that if your agitator weren't working properly, so just something to note there. A little tip for you. So we'll let that go ahead and fill all the way up, and we'll come back for the agitation. Okay, we're back. It's filled all the way up with water. Now I'll let you listen to it for a sec. Hear that agitation kick. Now go ahead and lift this up, but it will stop the machine. Safety feature of the lid switch. And on this type of machine, there's nothing I can do to bypass that lid switch to show you what's happening underneath. But as you can see here, you can hear it running. Lift it up, you can see it moving. So we will allow it to finish with the wash cycle, come back. You'll be able to hear it draining right out here, out the back, nice and fast. And then of course on the final spin cycle, I'll be able to lift this up and it'll shut the machine down, but you'll be able to see it finish spinning out. So you get to see that it's running nice, fast, and smooth, which is what I'll come back for next. Okay, we're moving out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle. You hear it draining that water out nice and fast. Of course, I won't lift this up and interrupt the draining cycle because it's draining in neutral right now, which means only the pump is running. But once it's done, then it'll switch over and spin out the clothes, extracting that soapy water out. So we'll allow it to go ahead and move through this now, and we'll come back at the end of the rinse cycle into the final spin cycle. Okay, we moved out of the rinse cycle into the spin cycle. It's been spinning for about 2, maybe 3 minutes. It's at its top speed. You can hear the drain still running as well as it extracts that water out. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. Now the safety switch will kick in and shut the machine down, but you'll be able to see for a minute before it stops that it is in fact spinning nice and fast. So you see that switch kicks in, shuts the machine down, shuts it off completely until we close the lid again. See, it's doing an excellent job, nice and balanced. And it'll get back up to speed. We'll let it finish up. And then I'll move these clothes over to the dryer and show you the dryer. All right, so the washer is done, cleaned and cleared out. We will close that up. Now the dryer is also made by Whirlpool, as you can see right there. Made by Whirlpool. It's the estate surname. You get different surnames on them depending on which big box store you bought it from. Estate, I believe, is a Lowe's brand versus Home Depot, Menards, or some of those other ones. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and close this up. I've got the clothes inside. Nice huge capacity on this dryer. We'll just hit it on 60, which is a high heat setting. And about as long as it takes me to explain this is all we'll need for it to heat up. It's 5 cycles, 3 temperatures. You've got no heat fluff, so this would be super delicate items. This is a little more delicate items with a low heat auto sense drying. And then this is high heat. This, you could use this for like towels or just your standard load of laundry. Just kind of set it and forget it. Or you could come over here to time dry, a little bit more control over how long it's going to run with a high heat setting. You've got your lint trap right here. You want to pull that out and change it before each load. And then if you saw there, I pushed to start that. And as you can see in here, it's running nice and smooth. And it would be even quieter once you get it hooked up and you put the vent hose on the back. It'll muffle that blowing sound there, and it'll be just about silent. But there you can see in here, nice smooth operation, sounds great. Now I'll open it up and show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. So right in between those 2 red dots, this is taking a surface temperature measurement. So it's about 78 degrees on the top of this dryer. If I shine it on the concrete floor, it's a little cooler down there, about 75. So go ahead and open this up. You see those clothes are tumbling. Right inside the heating element tube, it's where all the heat's kicking out. So you have your heating element back behind here, comes up this tube, out, circulates, dries your clothes. The air exits there, which is where the lint trap catches it, and it goes out the back of your dryer. So the inside of your dryer now, it's only going to get up from about 95 up to 195. Just depends on which one of those heat settings you went with. So now you know, heating like it's supposed to. Hit start. And I'll let this last and final load go ahead and finish up and get these listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video today. Hopefully you found it useful. If so, please like and subscribe. That way we can get more of these videos out and people kind of see how these work, as well as seeing some of my sales ads. So thanks, you guys have a great day.